Jackie. Welcome. As always, give me a moment. This is gonna change soon. I'm gonna be streaming, sharing screen on OBS. So this ghetto phone stream is going to be stopping. Good morning, Joe Frank. All right, as I get this kind of set up here, welcome. Today's date, December 5th. It's a, Thursday, yeah? Good day, we're live. I'm your guide, your host, Mr. Blue, TradePhantoms.com. Going to be a kind of live session, morning prep for about an hour, give or take. Bumblebee Tuna, my man Eric A, Jason Rodriguez. We got some phantoms in the house. Record-breaking day last night. Bitcoin breached 100K. And you bet your butt that we got phantoms taking advantage. If they follow the process. But as always, you got to stay humble and keep it moving. So that's what we're going to do, right? And there's other setups that are going to happen today, of course, as well. So, but I will say I'm going to have to take some time to yeah, TP, Ryan Hook. I saw your comment there. All right. All right, I think this is going to be good enough here. It's actually pretty squared, I think. I think I did a good job here squaring the corners. Go blue, go. Yeah, Joe Frank. 3 lines, 2 colors, no F's given. Can't swear on YouTube. Algorithm police will put you in jail. Which is good because I swear way too much on live trade rooms. What the heck? I just had it and I messed it up. I apologize for this. This is wasting our time. And time is not to be wasted. All right. I'm only going to mess this up. So this is the best I can get it. We got to move on. There's a thing called OBS broadcasting software that you have to download to stream on your YouTube. So I downloaded that. I'm actually getting fixated with it now. And so this is going to be changing. It's going to be changing. Just share my screen. All right, there we go. I got to stop right there. That's the best I can do, folks. All right, we got to dive in. We got shit to do. All right, so Mr. Blue, yeah, whatever. December 5th, Wednesday. Already said that, right? TradePhantoms.com. Let's dive in. So we did have some news just really quickly, just kind of keeping it process oriented here really briefly. Just some news that we did have today in the US. Unemployment claims, they already came out, right? And I'm not going to sit here and dissect that. You know, at the end of the day, how's the market responding in terms of price action anyways regarding that, right? So we're going to go to the futures. S&P is not really responding that much, pretty quiet right now. So the big thing right now is coin, the Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin. So yeah, so tomorrow, noteworthy, non-farm payrolls, that is a big one tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Unemployment claims also, that comes out every Thursday, but non-farms comes once a month. So this is a bigger one, I would say, for tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Today's today. Just really briefly, let me just start it out formally. I'll let people kind of scramble in. Just always kind of some background knowledge here for some new folks entering the tube. What's going on? Welcome. Demand supply on the backdrop of how trade phantoms operate from what's called a top-down multiple time frame approach, right? So I bring this up every morning, even the live trade room for the phantom folks. And monthly, weekly, daily time frame, higher time frames, right? Monthly, weekly, daily. I don't care if you're scalping for short time frames. You still have to look at the higher time frames. So we got orange, yellow, blue. That's just my personal color code. So anything that you see in orange is monthly. Everything in yellow is weekly. Anything that you see, demand, supply, whatever. These are the color code, right? VWAPs, etc. Daily is blue. candlesticks, bullish candlesticks, location being most important. Actually, a quick little footnote, I'll bring this up really quickly, small little rabbit hole, field trip really quickly. During my morning prep already this morning, I did notice that Tesla ticker is definitely on the map here this morning. Well, it was looking a little better a little earlier, but it's still looking good here. This is Tesla on a daily time frame, kind of zoomed in here for us. And the reason why I kind of stopped my track of thought here was because we do have a little bit of a daily bar set up here on these daily time frames. So, when we have more time, I kind of discuss these candles in more detail and put everything into context, if you will, when we have more time and not, right before market open, during market prep. Okay. But as a footnote, just really briefly, okay, if I can find Waldo, that book, right? Find Waldo, find this picture here. Tesla has one today that is pretty significant. Okay. So if I just put this kind of side by side, let me see if I can hyper focus in on this for you folks, because I realize it's I'm not sharing screens, kind of going through my phone, which is kind of ghetto. But there you are. Hopefully y'all can see that a little bit better right there, right? And specifically, I'm looking at these three bars right here, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's a nice little rotation. Nice little rotation here. So we have a slight gap up here, outside gap. All right, which is good. We'll see. We had a little, Tesla put in a little tail yesterday, so we'll see. And I'm gonna, I investigated a little bit of the options here this morning with this, where we see if we can have what's called a squeeze, okay, on that. And again, that's too much to explain right now. It's funny, I just was in the chat alerting the team regarding Tesla, and they're talking about squeezes, and my heart just warms up regarding that. The team is growing crazy. It's insane. Phantom brain is growing. So they've, we talk about these squeeze metrics, right? These squeeze GEX, all this kind of stuff. So anyways, that's well beyond the scope of what we're talking about right now. So let me rewind a bit. I forget exactly where I was, but we can move on here. So bearish candlesticks, right? So I just took a little field trip to show you, kind of put, a little example of kind of what one looks like, and we'll trade this live. Tesla's on the top of my list here for this morning for bullishness. All right, then we have this thing called liquidity map. All right, we discussed this a lot more in detail. This is the GOAT. This is the thing right here. All right, so once Phantoms folks understand this and put it all together with top-down, multiple time frame approach in their demand supply orientation, foundation, man, you got it, right? And we got some Phantoms that are just flying right now, all right, which is good. It's good to see. Anyways, I digress. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I gotta, what happened here? I had something already prepped for you guys. It's not here? Oh, I got it. Apologies for this. There's no time for this. I'm going to go through futures very quickly. They're fairly quiet. Oh, there it is. All right. I thought I pulled up the wrong thing. It's not. Oh, good. Apologize for that. All right, I'll get back to that. Oh, I was good anyways. I apologize. All right, so let me get back on track here. So for the record, long MSTR, I bit. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but let's start a bit more formally here. I'm going to bring up, albeit we use the monthly, weekly, daily as higher time frames, or even if you're on the short-term time frames, as a day trader. I have the S&P of the daily time frame upper left, NASDAQ on the upper right, Dow Jones lower left, Russell 2000 bottom right. I'm going to speed through this a little bit here so we have more time for other things. But on Tuesday, we talked a little bit about, just this grind up live on YouTube, right? In Trade Room, we were talking about this, right? Great. We have a new higher high. All right. I had a little TED talk with the Phantoms team yesterday, because people, it's just common, right? People, they think things are too high, right? So the natural kind of prospect theory instinct, behavioral finance is to try to short, okay? You can't go higher, right? Now at some point, yes, are we gonna drop down on this? Yes, of course, right? That's the way markets work. But try not to, right? I try to focus on training traders to not think and fail so much, right? Common example yesterday, real quick, I'll move on, but somebody was just mentioning like, hey, we have novice, we have a gap up on Qs, for example. You think that gap will close, right? And I'm like, yeah, just be careful with that thought, right? Don't think about it so much, and trade the tape, right? And then Nasdaq gapped up, and then it didn't even there wasn't no setup at all to give no clues, market tape wise, price action, that the Nasdaq gap was going to fill yesterday, right? And we ended up getting long, and market kept on going up, and we made money on the long side, right? So the point that I'm trying to make is that yes, it's high, duh, right? And I even took some profit on my long-term portfolio yesterday with the team. Okay, not everything. I'm not getting out all of my long-term portfolio, right? But naturally, S&Ps are up 27%, and Nasdaq following suit, right? And so I'm just shaving out of some profit, booking in some gains, okay, to realize some gains, and then in the event that we do correct and have a bigger correction, I can reload, right? Buy low, sell high, right? So anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is that okay, yes, at some point we're gonna have a correction move down, right? Is that going to be today? I don't know, right? Trade the tape. So, and there's a process, right? So that process is we're going to, take it step by step. All right. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low. Up here, we put in a nice little green bar to the upside. Okay. Most of the Phantoms team were getting long yesterday, right? We had some good trades, all that kind of good stuff. And, we'll see. There's nothing here to the left to stop this current price. So, there's really nothing here to the left. So we're going to have to just be cautious. I did mention to I think even on YouTube on Tuesday, I'm not going to go too much in detail with this, but just as a reminder, okay, we have this JP Morgan caller trade with the sold call 60.55, and one of our good Phantoms members too is mentioning how if we break above there, could be a little bit of a squeeze just on those big orders right there. So again, people shorting the markets, they're just continuing to get squeezed out, at least for right now. Right, at least for right now. So green team bulls, red team bears. All right, green team still out. Got the green pom poms out, and so eventually, yeah, that is going to correct. But try not to be calling that. All right, don't try call tops. That's a hard life to live. All right. So, anyways, I could say the same thing for Nasdaq over here. Right now, Nasdaq has been a little bit more stronger now, right? Recently, because Dow Jones has been outperforming Nasdaq just for a short period of time, like a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe a month or two. Okay. Nasdaq technology has been, getting, it's been, calmed down a little bit, but now it's kind of ramping back up a little bit there, right? Apple all-time highs. Amazon ripping all-time highs yesterday. Shout out to the team yesterday. Ripped up some Amazon. I didn't even catch it. The team caught it. All right. So we're running strong. All right. So just stay humble. All right, and every day go through your process, and don't get too euphoric when you're winning really well. Don't get too down when you're in a drawdown. All right. Be neutral. All right. As a trader, stick to the process. All right. Discipline, patience. I'll save some time here with Dow Jones and Russell 2000. Okay, not even worth our time right now. There's so much other good things happening that I'm not. It took actually a little. The only loss yesterday was in Russell yesterday for the team out of like several trades. Okay, so let's see. Let's switch over to the monthly, weekly, daily. Got monthly here, weekly here, daily here. All right, top down approach as always. Okay, thick or swim here. I'll switch back over to the S&P futures. All right, monthly, weekly, daily, of course. I'll drop down. I got the small time frames, 60-minute here, 30-minute here, 5 here, 2 here. That's just my layout. Yours can look different. All good. Keep it consistent. Order of business, Globex trap or Globex high. Right here, gray space. There's the Globex high. All right, overnight. Here's the Globex low. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Short and sweet. There's something called the Globex trap. And you want to look for a qualified level of demand below the Globex low. So if I look down and left, okay, now we have these areas here. These are all wicks, right? So I've been mentioning to the Phantoms team how this has been flushing down. The way that this market's been working so far for the past several weeks on this, after this correctional move here, after election, right? The 50% correction that we've been talking about for a long time. That's on YouTube and everywhere in recordings in the past weeks. Okay, rally back up, great, all-time highs, and we've just been grinding higher. Now these are all wicks. Now if we looked at this area yesterday, all right, and I didn't even put a price on it. It was kind of like a weird mid-level that it still worked out. Rising 20 PM moving average, we kind of flushed out. Okay. I'd be careful with this level, if it came down here again. But as you can see, this market's just trying to, swipe down, just pick up any kind of level here. And then, somebody shorted here, right? There's a wick down here, red bar down. And then somebody got short right here, even at this kind of not super awesome, great to use first grade language demand level here, okay? But you can see that was just enough to do what? Boom, get some buyers, okay? And then swipe back up, and then, you know, shorts have to cover. So that's just what's happening right now, at least for right now. So if we come back down here, you know, yesterday's low on the day session is down in here. Could we reference this 60, you know, 60, 70? Yeah, you could do that. All right, just be careful. I would still be reluctant to kind of put a price on them, even though it kind of worked out. Okay, it worked out there, but I would say be a little bit more careful in the event that we do kind of drop down one day pretty fast. It could happen pretty quick, right? When the markets go down, they go down pretty quickly, okay, and then when they go up, they kind of grind up, slow grind up, right? Stair step up, kind of elevator down, right? Swipe down quick. So just be cautious of that. Any day that could be happening, okay? So I'll reference this here for the record here: 60, 60, 60. Perfect. All right, this would be a level that would be just a little bit more, I would be more, I would say conservative and safer with saying that, especially, you know, on live, you know, internet, YouTube, etc. Okay, so we got 60, 60 here. All right, we got a couple levels down here as well, you know, 60, 50. All right, and we were speaking about this yesterday. You know, this is a daily low, below this daily low, so there could be some liquidity sweeping down here at 60-40. Okay, you know, for maybe today, tomorrow, give or take. But you know, now that this moved up a bit more, made a higher high. Now this 60-60. Now that the market opened up a bit more, this 60-60 right here, the one that we just did, is going to be probably more of the one that's going to be potentially in play for today. Okay. All right, that level was developed, for the record, December 3rd, about 1, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as always, we can just go over, that was futures, we can go over to the SPY, SPX, and kind of identify the equivalent to that. I'll do this very quickly as well. All right, so what was that, December 3rd? 2 p.m. Eastern, give or take, I said, right? 2 p.m., 1 p.m., 1, you know, 1, whatever. I think I can already see it right here. All right, so it's going to be down in this area here. So that's what SPYs, give or take. There's an unfilled gap. Call it 603, what is it? 603.85. Make a note. Make that green to represent demand. Simple enough. 603.85, unfilled gap. This is also confluence with a potential nice little Globex trap on futures. I'll say that again while I type. See if my brain can do that. That would be confluence with a Globex trap on futures. This unfilled gap here on SPYs. Yes, I still have some brain cells left. Thank God, my brain can multitask. Not a lot left, but still some brain cells still swimming in my brain. Thank God, grateful. All right, so I'm not going to map out supply, just be careful with it, all right? You're just in the abyss trying to pick a number. Good luck with that, all right? Probably a lot of people yesterday were trying to short this market too. Again, okay, damn it, why is this market going up, man? Come on. Ah, dang it. One day it'll come down. Yes, it will. We'll catch it short too, then we'll catch it right back up long as well. All right, so don't fight the market. Don't fight the market, all right? The market will always win, all right? The market will always win. All right, NASDAQ, same thing, all right, for the most part. Let's see, so if I take this here, Globex high, Globex low. And there it is there, nice and, you know, nice little tight range here. So if we break out, you know, it could be fairly fierce. Okay, I referenced this yesterday with NASDAQ, this level here, not the greatest, but it was better because I was once the all-time high in futures that broke out with this daily supply here that, you know, eventually broke out, right? And so this was kind of like at the retest area over here. So I do still have, the good news is this will be quicker because we already have the numbers here. So 21,340, okay, you could reference this area, all right? You know, this area was developed in the overnight session, so it's not as strong, okay, or valid, right? Whatever word synonym you kind of want to use there. All right, not as good. as what? Relative to, let's just say this one down here, we have the 21,245, okay? 21,245. This is NASDAQ futures, 1 hour time frame. So yeah, if the market would get down here, this would be a better level, okay? And that also happened on 12/3, about 1:30, give or take, 1 o'clock, 1:30, right? So if I line that up in Qs just really quickly, all right, 12/130, it's gonna be already right here, I already know, 12/3, okay? I know I'm moving quick, but we got to, all right? This is this area down in here for Qs. Again, unfilled gap. All right, I'm not gonna type it out. I'll just draw a line there to reference. There you are. All right, we got weekly VWAP down here too, in yellow. That would have a lot of confluence into this area. In the event that we do, swipe down. Now, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, okay? Just like yesterday, we did the gap up, and a good Phantom member of ours was asking, a great question, right? Hey, do you think this gap is gonna fill? And I'm like, yeah, be careful with that. Just because we have a gap up doesn't mean that it's gonna come down. And all prices are high, brother, right? But you can see, in the opening day's range, we had a couple minutes, it was trying to come down a little bit. Next thing you know, boom, the rest of the day was just up, up, up. Okay. All right. One day, it's gonna come down, right? Of course, and this gap is going to fill. All right, but don't just call that day. I wouldn't even be surprised if we just stay sideways here for a day or two before we drop back down. Okay. So always just remember that markets also do just have to take a period of break as well. Okay. So just make sure you're patient. Levels. We have this thing called painting bars, ripping tape, price action tape. And on the backdrop of demand, supply, and a couple things that are going to help us filter out what side to be on: VWAP, 20-period moving average, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. 20-period moving average, just to help filter things out to keep you on the right side and ride. Gold, I kind of skipped over gold, right? But I talk about gold fairly every morning for the most part, and got monthly here, got weekly here, got daily here. You could probably rewind some of the past recordings of even on the tube here. I've been talking about this level here, 25.41. We have move up, red bar, okay, and then positive COG, what's called positive COG on the weekly, okay, and then we have this daily. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I should say. Last week was the inside bar close, and we're still inside of that. It's already Thursday, right? Then we had this red bar that got put in 1125, right? This massive red bar, you'll see it on your charts, right? I know there's a lot of lines here, but this is the work for the Phantoms team, right? So, we had this daily supply up here. So the long story short, skinny with this, is we're just still digesting this. Now we're just kind of mid-range of these weeklies because we have the forces of the macro picture uptrend, just being met with, of course, gold was fairly high and needed to kind of correct a little bit here, right? Seasonality, it needed to correct a little bit more deeper, right? Markets come down a little bit more deeper into higher time frames. It has to, so you can get some steeper pullbacks in pricing for traders to pick up, some bigger term traders to pick up some good price points, right? So the point I'm trying to make here really quickly is that we're kind of just sifting out what's kind of the next move here. And if I were to ask you, is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 the 7 bars of the daily time frame that I'm on right now of gold futures, these are all small body ranges here, and these are all inside of this 1125 bar, which is called the mother bar. So these are all the inside bars. It's called harami, means pregnant in Japanese. Okay, to be more politically correct. Okay, inside bar. Okay, all these bars are inside the mother bar. Okay, so be careful trading gold right now because it's coiling for the most part, but don't sleep on the coil or basing, right? Because the longer this thing coils and bases, market dynamics, the way it works is it builds up pressure, and then typically when you get a move up or down, right, it could be more fierce, right? It could be more fierce. Now, if I were to ask a question, which way probability-wise would this break out, up or down? I would say up. Why? Because the monthly and the weekly is still on a macro picture uptrend as it's trying to balance itself out for its next move. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. Could we come lower? Of course we can. Okay. We can come back lower down into this weekly demand zone, which just kissed and touched 2141. I wouldn't, and as I mentioned too, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of our range a little bit here as well. Okay. That could be the case in addition to everything that I mentioned prior. All right. If I drop down to the 60-minute time frame, Globex high, Globex low, you can see gold is really gold's a beautiful market. It typically loves to move. But not recently, all right? Not recently. All good. That will change. That will change, right? Do we have some demand supply? Globex trap. There is some Globex levels down in here, or trap levels here. I represented this red line right there. Is that big red 1125 date daily candle close there. So I guess I would just give you these prices. I guess it's cool, but just be careful. These are fairly aggressive. 2140s. We get some drop. We get some demand zones here, and here. If we're going to remain inside of this red bar here. We get some supply up here. All right, remember, this is all inside. Remember, folks, that's a very important concept. Condition, condition, condition. Okay, what is the condition of this product? Okay, right? And the condition is right now monthly, weekly, macro up, daily kind of pulling back. Okay, on that red bar, and then we're kind of basic, right, as mentioned. So be careful with that. All right, you kind of want to wait to see how this plays out, or wait for these levels to hit, right? I would not be surprised if we come back down to 26, 25.85, and then even the 25.41, there's that weekly level right there in the event that we come down. So there's going to be some levels here that could be picked off for some short-term opportunity for some day trades, and I would even elect to potentially even look at maybe some swing trades for long, bullish, in the event that we get closer down here at the yellow weekly level down at the 25.40, 25.50 handles down in here. Okay, for the shorts, okay, there's some thesis there. Okay, just be careful, like at the 27.20 as the anchor point of that red bar here. But if you are short, I have this level up here kind of highlighted more aggressively in white, 27.47 up here. That's closer up to the base drop. Okay, IBI on the daily time frame up here. Okay, so just be careful with any of these levels that are not inside of this blue box. Okay, because we already tested this level here in a nice drop. Okay, and then we're basing, and like I mentioned, after a long base, typically if you get a move, you get more of an aggressive move. Okay, just the laws of supply and demand. Okay, so I'd be careful with saying shorts, but 27.50. Okay, up here 27.47 ish. That would be a little bit more of a safer conservative play in the event that you're on the camp of short side. Next, VIX. VIX. Now, one thing you noticed yesterday, VIX closed what? VIX is giving us a little, don't panic, but VIX closed green a little bit yesterday, right? So VIX up, market down, VIX down, market up. Some of the Phantoms team is starting to get long some VIX, right? Some insurance in their portfolios, etc. Okay. VIX is the implied volatility of SPX options, 30 days out, implied vol. But the skinny that you need to know on this is VIX up, market down, VIX down, market up. So VIX is giving us a little flag, not a flag pattern, all right, but a little green bar here. That now I'm not looking too much into it, but it's a little bit of a flash. All right, like hey, S&Ps were up yesterday, Nasdaq was up yesterday, right? But the VIX closed up yesterday, right? So, just probably people just trying to put on a little insurance, things like that, right? Getting some long vol in your life, right? And if we could come lower on vol, market can go a little bit more higher too as well. Okay, we map that out not only on the higher time frames, but we also map that out on the smaller time frames as well. And then you could see that I was going to type this in the chat yesterday for the Phantoms group, but I was too busy working on Bitcoin, MSTR, IBIT, Bitcoin, and managing trades. But yesterday on the back of the rally, VIX was up. All right, so that's typically uncommon. The point that I'm trying to make here too, we mapped this out. I mapped out Globex high, Globex low. If VIX continues to go up, and we're below VWAP, okay, this market might come down. If VIX comes down, all right, and we're above VWAP, market might, just continue its grind back up, right? So even though yesterday the VIX was down, VIX was up, the price action was still bullish above daily VWAP, things of that nature, right? So, a lot of people say, well, why the VIX was up, but the market was up as well? Isn't that not the way it's supposed to be, right? Yeah, that's telling you that people out there are trying to get some long vol in their life, right? So because markets are up almost like 30% for the year already, right? So it's like, geez, okay, cool. So let me protect some things, right? Yesterday I mentioned I even took some monies out of the long-term portfolio, just locking in this massive gain here, all right, for some positions, for the folios. Anyways, moving on. You spend all day on VIX. SPY, nice green bar put in yesterday. All right, up segment, bull market. Shorts get squeezed out. One day they'll win if they have enough money left. Slight gap down. I'll just move on. It's not really that much of a gap. Nasdaq. I'm still long Nasdaq. Humbly speaking, I took a majority of profit on this yesterday with the team from the swing trade that we had here. These options exploded up. All right, positive COG, green bar red. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, we'll see if this continues. All right, I'm going to distribute because the options are expiring tomorrow. So if anybody still is from my phantoms, anybody that's still in, the reason why I bring this up is if anybody is still in this position, maybe with some runners, things like that. We always talk about let winners ride. Today is the 5th, right? These are expiring tomorrow. And so even if we drop down today, and even if we just give back half or even more what we did yesterday, those premiums are going to go are going to be very, 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 very sensitive. Okay, so take that into account and make sure you're distributing if you are still long any of these from what we got in with the Phantoms team before the weekend last Friday. Okay, so there's your little note there. Today is a gap, slight gap down, nothing too crazy. So I'm not going to waste our time here. We're just going to move on. Apple, the team has been crushing Apple. Good job to the team with Phantoms. The only thing I will say, it's at all-time highs. Don't get me wrong. There's no to the left, no supply to the left. All right. This is helping Nasdaq push up along with the S&Ps, Apple. And the one thing I will just say, just be careful with it today, because we do have a little bit of a doji bar just put in yesterday for what it's worth. So of course, can we go higher? Yes. Right. But we've had green bar, up, 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 up. Okay, I can't go up forever. So again, same thing. Correction has to come. But don't think about it too much. All right, keep your mind clear. All right, yesterday in the trade room, it was really cool to with the dialogue with the team, and we kept our minds clear and just traded the tape, and did very well. Right, so that's the way to be as a professional trader. All right, no thoughts, no opinions. All right, condition and trade the setups. So. The point I'm trying to make, doji bar here. So just be a little cautious here. That's letting us know that, momentum to the upside is just slowing down just a little bit. Okay. But if the intraday tape is ripping, all right, albeit have at it. Amazon, the team caught this yesterday. So awesome. Proud of that. Right. I actually missed this one, but today for Amazon, we have gap up. I thought there was going to be a little more exit distribution here, but it wasn't. Things ripped up pretty nicely for Amazon. The team caught that for today. All right. There's yesterday's high, yesterday's low. For today, slight gap up. And yeah, this is on the list. This is on the list for bullishness if we were to continue. As always, just be careful because pullback. This is going to be the same common theme here for everything. But so just be diligent. Google, we caught Google yesterday. The team could have probably did better on this, but if I left some runners on, this would have been even better. For the record, I do not have any runners on. But Google today, XLC, communication sector, one of the stronger ones as well. Just off, just to let y'all know. By the way, some sectors, we get some red. So technology slightly down a little bit pre-market. I would say flat. So be careful. So if tech kind of slows down, that's going to be not great for the bulls, all right? Because tech is the biggest sector in the S&P. Okay, per weight, right? Weight. There's sector. There's more weight in the S&P regarding the tech sector. So this thing has been on fire, right? So to kind of calm down a little bit. So that's also another. So we got VIX up a little bit, right? Nothing crazy, and we got tech calming down a bit. Okay, so there's clues. Okay, there's a little clues here. I'm not calling a market crash, okay? I'm just saying the market could calm down a little bit and have an inside day and chill out for a little bit, all right? Shit's been running, all right? Marathon runners, they've been running for a long time. They even need to chill out and refuel, right? So again, just intermarket correlation and clues will let you know, okay? Let's move on. Tesla, we already spoke about this, right? That formation. It's a nice one. Okay, pre-market quote, gap up here. Okay, so the 1, 2, 3 pattern here, whatever, great. So right off the map, this is going to right out the gate, I should say. This is going to be good for potentially some bulls. Okay, some bullishness. All right, and that's the gap that jumps off the map is what I was trying to say. AVGO, I love it, but I'm just gonna have to. It's in the middle of the range here, so I'm just gonna have to just bypass right now. MSTR got the team long. This thing moves so fast. By the time I got everything out, man, even a member was kind of upset a little bit. No, I'm not upset, but this thing, I got long calls on this. So yesterday, I dished it out to the team. It moved so fast that by the time I got it all in my accounts, my IRA, my other trading accounts that I'm trading, it just ripped. So it moved fast. All right. So I picked up the, some folks caught this, the 435 strike call. I got it for 265, which was kind of nuts. All right, and they even closed yesterday at like 6 something, which was very quick. I did not expect it to do that quickly. Put my delta back on here. But we'll see. All right. We'll see. Now, this is a gap up here. So if anybody who caught this, I'm going to be taking profit. These are expiring tomorrow as well. So, you know, this is going to be pretty fierce here in a good way. So, yeah, so take some profit on that. That's probably one of the first things I'm going to do off the open, because MSTR is pretty volatile. All right, Meta, all-time highs. Right, so a little bit of a doji bar. Meta's been relatively stronger. All right, so we'll see how this kind of pans out here today too. Really not on my list for this morning. Microsoft caught this yesterday with the team. Good. We are up here now, so I want to just be careful. Microsoft range-wise, or condition-wise, very rangy for quite some time. So now we're kind of up here, so be careful with some Microsoft. Okay, especially when Qs, NASDAQ, S&Ps, VIX flashing a little bit there, tech kind of slowing down a little bit, and then we have Microsoft in this upper range here. So, you know, is it a short? I mean, you could try to take a short on this. You know, let's still be, you know, just a little careful and cautious on that. All right, that would be logical. All right, but getting long, I'd be careful with that as well. Okay, so we are coming up into supply here. I would look out for a potential liquidity fish right up here, sweep, right above here. All right, there's going to be some stop losses here. We do have an unfilled gap here as well, so there could be a trap. Okay, there could be a little bit of a trap right up here in Microsoft. Let me just give you the price here. 444. 74. I might be a couple pennies off, but that will help you remember. 444.74, right? 444.74. All right, bit of a trap, unfilled gap right above here. So stop losses, trap some bullish people that are trying to get long here in the condition of a range. Okay. All right, but I don't know. Microsoft, well, you know, might want to is jealous and might want to make all-time highs soon too, right? So we'll see. But you know, S&Ps, Nasdaq, if they start to pull back a little bit here with tech just taking a break, because remember, Nasdaq and S&Ps are already ripping to the upside. Microsoft is only doing a little blip here, right? So just remember that you know, 70% of the movement of the individual stock is made up of what the indexes are doing, okay? And Microsoft is a major part of the index itself. So just keep that in mind. NVIDIA, we crushed a nice trade yesterday in NVIDIA for the team, all right? You know, we're kind of in the middle here of this, right? You know, got smacked on earnings trade on this, right? We don't high losers here. Got smacked on earnings, but we keep it moving, keep it flowing. And then we got some good trades, right? We got some good trades happening here, right? So, you know, today we could be some continuation, all right, with this. There's really nothing stopping it up and left, all right? But you know, but we'll see as always. Make sure that the gaps, nothing to write home about here, nothing jumping off the map. But we can see we have some continuation there. AMD looking decent. AMD put a nice little close here. I like this candle bar close yesterday on the dailies as well. So this is kind of on the map too. Semiconductors, all right. And then last but not least, we have, so of course, Bitcoin, right? I was mentioning to the team yesterday that daily bar close poised for a Bitcoin push through 1,000, 100,000. We had some zeros to that. All right, and that's simply put, just a green bar take out red here, and that's why I got long. Simple, folks, simple stuff. All right, so I trying to train the team, okay? 20 p moving average, okay? All right, triangle here, whatever, you know, people still trying to short some Bitcoin, right? That will come to at some point. And then we have green bar close red, green bar, right? And then boom, new highs. All right. And then the team got into IBIT and IBIT, right? IBIT. And then, yeah, just for the record here, even in this little small account here, I'm not in MSTR on this one. on this account. I'm in on my other account, my other 2-3 accounts that I'm trading, or 2 accounts I should say. And then on this account, you could see even on this little small account that I trade just publicly, we're in these positions here. All right, so I picked up the December 6th, 57 strike. I got picked up to the December 13th expiration strike, and then even later kind of picked up the December 20th, December 20th expiration 57 strike. Okay, so and I alerted the team on that and all that kind of good stuff, right? Okay, so yeah, and these are going to be healthy in profit as well. So yeah, team, go on a nice little profit take campaign off the open. Okay, you might want to wait a minute or two to let the the spreads kind of like calm down a bit there. Yeah, I'll just leave this Trade Phantoms up real quick here. If you want to learn a little bit about this, go to TradePhantoms.com. I gotta get my water. I have a minute, 2 before open. Let me grab. Where's my water? No, where's my water? All right. You can register for tonight class. The class, Mr. Green, Mr. Black will host that. We'll come back to that. All right. But that's the place to go if you want to join the team, and if not, that's okay too. All right. Make sure Gexbox loaded here for options. Speaking of which, let me just take a moment here real quick. Tesla on the top of the list, top of the Santa Claus list. I just want to see if there is some, oh yeah. So 360s have a open interest order block here, 47K. So there could be some squeeze activity in Tesla. So this is what I was looking at before I jumped on the mic with you guys here. So yeah, Tesla's definitely on the map. Let me check another options chain here really briefly too. Yep, 360s. So it's a steeper concept to illustrate right now before a minute and 40 before the market opens. But yeah, Tesla has some squeeze activity potentially happening here today, which is what you want to see on a nice daily bar, 3-bar setup that I had mentioned. And I can just copy and paste this premium of these calls here, so y'all can see what it looks like. You can chart premium, copying this, right? The 57 strike, copying that code for the options premium price, and we're charting it. So we have this thing called, that we kind of, I don't know, just named. You need a name for everything, right? Even your children. Just call them human. Call put matrix. That's the name of this child here, right? This baby. All right, call put matrix. We price out calls here. We price out puts here. All right, and then so you can see we could trade and execute right off this matrix here. Okay. This is Thinkorswim. All right, you got to be fast and efficient. So I put the 57 strike call here, 57 strike call here, at the different expiration dates. And the other one, in the other account, I got even the December 20th. All right, market's about to open, folks. And there's the favorite sound in the world. Be patient. Let me see, check internals just really briefly. Holy shit, MSTR from $2 to 21. I gotta take profit on this. I gotta take profit on MSTR. Some at least. A good amount because these options are expiring. I just got some off at 21.50, from $2 to 21.50. All right, IBIT. All right, take a profit on some IBIT here, especially the ones that expire. Today. Okay. Whew. Kind of nuts. I love this business. I gotta take size off. I know I'm probably missing some Tessie. I got multiple accounts here that I have to shave off, folks.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay. Yeah, Tesla, let me see if I can find something here. I mean, well, Tesla's already on the map, right? 260 is already in a squeeze. So let's get long some Tesla here this morning. I'm managing other positions as well. So welcome to Trading Lifestyle. And I was thinking about canceling this session because of everything that's happening right now in Bitcoin, but I was like, let me be here for my team. Because I got a lot of shit to handle, man. I'm a live trader. All right, so I'll pick these up here. 375 strike call for some Tesla here. Let's see. December 6th. All right. Where I get filled at? I don't even know, folks. We just gotta keep it moving. 314. 315, good enough, man, right? All right. So got long Tesla calls here. Microsoft, interesting. We are at that level, however. Refresh gags. All right, nice. You can see IBIT ripping nice. The team should be good. All right, Bitcoin. I got to take a more profit on MSTR. You gotta love this business, folks. Imagine taking options from $2 to $2,100. You know, if I was wrong, I would have been wrong $2, $2.65, right? And that happens. All right. But this is a 10 to 1. It's a 10 to 1, right? And that's not a brag. Sometimes I got smacked up in Nvidia for earnings, right? I had to take my losses, my $1, $2 there loss. You know, I think I got loss at like 460, right? So, anyways, you know, taking some profit here. What I get? They gave me 21. They gave me 21.40, about the same price as before. That was 60. All right. Thank you for letting me do that. Tesla, the one that we're kind of in this morning, or Nvidia. Let's see, Nvidia was also fall through here too, right? Decent. Spies. Just hanging out. Internals. VIX creeping a little bit there. Advanced declines flat on a downtick, minus 100. That's nothing, but we'll see how that keeps developing. VIX creeping a little bit, but we haven't broke anything, so just keep an eye on that. Let me just check GEX as well. It's kind of filling in so far, slightly positive. So make sure you take some profit on these Bitcoin plays. All right, I'm going to take a moment to take a little bit more profit here on some IBIT as well. Now, I'm not getting all out of IBIT, folks, right? For my Phantoms team, you know, I got sold puts, I got long calls, right? The trades that I'm in from yesterday on the short-term dated options, I'm getting out, but I'm holding, okay, the longer-term stuff, right? All right, so you can see even these calls here, you know, whatever. This is not bragging, folks. It's just you know, it's pretty cool, the possibility, right? We got a nice little setup on the daily time frame on Bitcoin. Took options from 140 to 140, and they're going for 320 right now, right? So this is a little smaller account, right? Just to show, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take some profit, right? So just hit the sell button right there. We bought them at whatever it was, 120, 140, and you know, we sell them here for 320 here, right? Boom, bang, done. So that's what I'm gonna also do in addition to my other account over here to the left of me, right? Okay. IBIT. So just unloading some size as mentioned, right? Okay. Take more out over here.
Order filled.
I'm just filling, folks. I'm filling, taking profit. All right, Tesla new high. This is the one that we got in here with you folks. I know I'm kind of neglecting y'all a little bit here, but like I said, I'm a real live trader, folks, and I got to manage my stuff, right? And I'm one of the most unselfish human beings you'll ever meet, but this is real deal stuff here. So let's take some profit on Tesla. I got real money on the line. This is no bullshit. All right. let's take some profit on Tessie, right? I gave y'all this morning, right? Plenty of warning on this from 315 to 370. Let's go. Let's stay focused on that too. Managing swings, different trades, crypto, options, stocks, futures. What a fucking life, huh? What a fucking life. Oh. What a life. Nice. Scott filled at 365 on these Tesla calls. Rough life, bro. Takes a while to get here, folks, but don't quit. Do not quit. On the other side of your pain of learning this business is grace. Is grace. Still challenging. It's not free money. Right? Just like as you grow, now that you're a CEO of a company and now you own a company, it's like, oh, my work's done to make all this money. No, you're a CEO now. no, you're a business owner, right? So it's the same thing, but your business, it's your own business. You're on your own time. You know your market. You know your right. So it took time to get to that point, right? And people just think like, oh, okay, cool. I could just not do nothing. No, it's work. It's discipline. It's got to continue to go. All right. Never stop. Never quit. Never quit this business, folks. I'm telling you that right now. Let's take some more profit on Tesla. All right, got a 414 fill personally here. Whatever, 1 penny. Who's counting? It's already going. It's more up, more now. Anyways. Honestly, Tesla's like one of the only ones that's like really worthwhile. So we're actually not really missing anything else. It's Bitcoin and Tesla right now. And we're all for it right now, right, folks? All right, you can shave out a bit more of Tesla here. I mean, whew, that happened quick. All right. There you go. I got a 445, like kind of right where it was right there, 375. Yeah, I love me some BITO too. BITO. That's actually the first GOAT ETF for Bitcoin. But when iBit came around, now BITO has been around for a lot longer. NVIDIA, we're going to set up. NVIDIA long call, nice setup bar. I've never made this much money before and the market's been open for 15 minutes. That's our good member, Ryan. I call him Ryan. Hookta! My man. Stay humble. Stay focused. But it's good to hear, brother. You deserve it. And keep it going. It's just the beginning for you, brother. Keep it going. That's why I do what I do. I know the feeling of wanting to become a trader so bad. You know why? Because when I was a young stud, 21 years old, when I first started trading, I wanted it so bad as well. I get it. On NVIDIA, let me just double check this. All right, NVIDIA, we have something to lean against on this long call here. I mean, on this bullish setup here, okay? Somewhat decent. If I pick up, say, the 146, those are going for about $1.27 for tomorrow's expiration. It's not bad. Is it as good as Tesla? No. In terms of setup, but it's decent. I filled at 123 on these bad boys here. $146 strike. Changing lives as my life has changed. Welcome to trading. If this doesn't fall through, you know, if we make a new daily low, just get stopped out. All right, stop yourself out. These green lines were yesterdday trade, TP Timmy up. So you know, if we make a new daily low, you know, it'd be concerning if we, I wouldn't be concerned a little bit, you know, if we don't fall through on this green bar up here, positive COG above VWAP, but I'd want to give a little bit of space, right? You know, so if we go below here, this is, make a new low. If no fall through, then just get out, just cut out. All right, what are we gonna do in Tesla Phantoms team? Just made a new high. What do we have to do? My trained assassins. From 315 to $5, new high. We have to TP, right? Take profit. All right, so I don't feel too bad now because I gave you all this Tesla here, 315 at 5. What did I just give it? 5. That's a nice one to not remember. While I'm managing the other Bitcoin plays. And cool, man, that's a wrap. All right, I'm out. Hopefully y'all TP'd heavy on this MSTR. Had to take a second moment to take some more profit on that, right? Tesla new highs, let that baby rip. Bitto still good. Bitcoin portfolio good. Spies, absolutely nothing, but we got other things going on here, right? And yeah, folks, look it, I'm not, you know, I keeps it simple. I keeps it simple and, you know, whatever, not that big of a deal, but folks, you know, as somebody, my good friend in here, Joe Frank, mentioned, you know, 3 lines, 2 colors, no F's given, right? So, you know, this daily bar close, bottoming tail here off the rising 20, right? Green bar close, and you know that's it, right? We you know, demand supply, you know, understanding people getting out and squeezed, understanding where's retail, right? And you know, there's a lot of shorts, you know, shorts and Tesla right up here, so I knew this was going to be pretty much a squeeze off again a 3-bar pattern here. So for you new folks on Tesla here, so for the new folks, it's, you know, every time I bring this up, right? And even for the Phantoms team, you know, it's like, oh, he brings this up every morning, man. Oh my God, right? But this is super powerful. Okay, this I don't just bring this up just for fun. This is super powerful. So are we in an uptrend on Tesla? Yes, we are. Did we identify this? Did I mention this 3-bar pattern right here? All right. Do you see that right there? Trade what you see. Do you see this right here? Right? Stop thinking, stop feeling, stop, right? Your thoughts, your emotions are only going to kill you in trading and investing. Stop trying to be smart. Okay, I'm a dumbass. All right, I'm a dumbass. All right, I'm so dumb that I need my trading to give me 3 lines pointing up or 3 lines pointing down, and I need a green bar or a red bar to get in or out based on demand and supply. Okay, so do you see this 3-bar pattern? Right, because now this is today. We broke out and went up. Right? So do you see this 1, 2, 3-bar pattern right here? Yes or no? Yes. Is this in the context of an uptrend or a downtrend? Uptrend, right? Are we above weekly VWAP? Yes. Are we above daily VWAP? Are we above monthly VWAP? Yes. Are we above the rising 20 PM moving average on the daily time frame? Yes. Everything's pointing up, 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 up. Yes, we have a level right here. Okay, we have a level right in here. Okay, but there's also some options. Okay, that there's what's called heavy open interest. Okay, and if we pop above there, we have a potentiality for what's called a squeeze. Okay, so just a couple things. This green bar took out this prior red bar over here, but of that daily bar right there, and then that's it, folks. What else do you need in trading and investing? It's very simple. Okay, I used to keep it complicated. I used to do all this kind of fancy smancy stuff. Now, okay, after all these years, okay, I look at 3 lines, 2 colors, top down approach, monthly, weekly, daily, got fucking VWAP, 20 PM moving average, green bar takeout red. Okay, when the buyers come in, buy. Okay, when sellers come in, sell. All right, and that's it, folks. All right, cool. I gotta go. I got things to manage still. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you want a little bit more, learn more about this, go to TradePhantoms.com. All right, click on that register button there, and you'll get sent to a page that looks like this. And December, which is today, December 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Name, email, great. Click register. You get sent the link, and you'll see all this stuff here. We have phantoms in here. I don't even need to read this. Y'all can read. I'm hoping, right? All types of traders, income, wealth. Okay, short term, long term, stocks, futures, forex, options. We just made a killing right now on some crypto plays, right? So everything, right? So one stop shop for everything. We're not for everybody, and that's okay. But if you want to learn the real deal, trading from real professionals, and we put our money where our mouth is, and we illustrate this and trade live, come join. And if not, that's cool as well. I got traders to train that are committed and willing and ready to go and ready to grow. All right. If that's you, cool. If not, that's cool too. That said, God bless, take care, trade safe. For anybody who's killing it right now, make sure you remain calm and collected. Not your first touchdown, right? Not your first grand slam. So remain calm, okay? State of euphoria high, okay, is very bad for a trader, okay? Don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay neutral, okay? Take a break, all right? Relax. Go touch some freaking grass, kiss your kid, kiss your dog, pet your goldfish, relax, come back down to earth, and continue the process. Okay? All right, we still have today to trade. We still have tomorrow, next week. Relax and keep it business oriented. God bless. Take care. I'll see some of y'all later on Thunder Thursdays. Blue out. Love y'all.